I did get makeup on my shirt though, so that's fun. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly, otherwise known as Shelly Tsunami. I have an extra special treat for you guys today. I am dipping into the ABH Jackie, I think it's Jackie Aina, I don't know how to say her name. Dipping into the palette that was released, I think last August. I didn't jump on the bandwagon and buy it. I know you can still get it for $45 out there, but I actually just recently picked this up on sale. And at a Macy's sale for 22 bucks, I thought, sure, I'll try that. So we're gonna get into some of these really pretty colors. In fact, I think I wanna try all of these pretty colors. Normally I do a 3 looks of one palette. I'm gonna do 4, including this one right now, which is kind of a date night look, kind of a fun look, kind of a, I'm just playing with makeup because I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not professionally trained. I'm not sponsored. I'm not endorsed. I'm not paid in any way to do this. I shop my own stash. I buy my products with my own money and I just want to have fun. Stay tuned for 4 looks with this one palette. Let's just see what all the fuss is about. Let's just see. Can a woman of a certain age, can she grab a palette, come up with totally appropriate looks that she could leave her house in and not embarrass herself or her family, that she could go to work in? Can she get multiple looks out of one palette? And is that palette of value? If you guys are at all interested in this, please keep watching. If you get to the end of it and you decide you actually enjoyed this, my rambling, and I would love it if you guys subscribed. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, you guys, back again. We are dipping into this very, very pretty textured. It's got like a crocodile embossed texture. That's what it looks like. How pretty are those colors? I'm gonna swatch a few of these just to kind of see what they're gonna look like. So I saw this palette, and it's still available. The color story is really pretty, and I think that just even by looking at it, I can immediately see several looks. I'm gonna do what I normally do, which is speed you up, play some music. I might even play the music quieter this time. Work look, simple, easy. I've got this whole monochromatic thing going on, and normally I'm like, oh, I need to go a little bit darker because of the whole small hooded eye situation. I think there's something kind of just really fresh and warm about a monochrome look. Use a little bit of the Morphe Sweet Tea lip liner with the Shaka ColourPop just a tint, and I also used my dropping stuff, my Benefit Cheek Leaders face palette. I use a combination of both of the kind of bronzer, contour-y type things, and a couple of blushes. I didn't actually put any shimmer on there. We'll just add it now because, you know, why not? Anyway, I like this palette. It's kind of a go-to, just simple, easy. In fact, you can probably do a whole face with just this palette. I would absolutely wear this to work. I'm gonna do work to date night because I think that's more realistic. I think that most people, when they get off work on a Friday night or they're just running around town on a Saturday and then they're gonna go do something, or they have a function or whatever else, they don't start with a clean face. They just kind of doctor up the old stuff that's already on there. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just lazy, but I rarely take off something. I just kind of keep adding into it until I get what I want. So that's what I'm going to do with my date night look. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've got analysis paralysis. I don't know which colors to use. Okay, I think I'm going to do my first gut instinct was to do a purple and gold look. I really like this as just a way to kind of transition from day to night. I think the colors really turned out beautifully. If I'd done any kind of green, it would be very Mardi Gras-like, but the fact that I've got that ginger color, I think actually brought those cooler colors and made it kind of warm. I think it's kind of an unexpected look. I don't think there's anything about it that is like, oh yeah, you always do that. I think it's kind of different. So 2 looks down, I'm impressed. I'm not upset about this palette at all, especially for the price I paid for it. So I'm going to take all of this off and we're going to come back and try to use some different colors in here. I've used 7 of the 14 colors in here, which means I have a lot of other things to play with. That tells me I can get more than 3 looks out of this palette. Okay, so I'm going to take this off and I'll be right back. See you in a minute. I recently picked up one of these e.l.f. This is a foundation serum. That's what it looks like. This or tinted moisturizer, like this pretty fresh hyaluronic acid tinted moisturizer. If I just use those under my eyes instead of, you know, the heavier foundations, if I just use a tinted moisturizer, or I'm telling you right now, this foundation serum is so nice and light and refreshing. It's got a little bit of an oily texture, which for my under eyes, I actually don't mind it. I just kind of wanted to share it with you because every time I use something that's not like that, I just feel so gray and heavy and wrinkly and just old and tired. And that's not makeup. Makeup shouldn't make you feel old and tired, right? think it's a much more subdued look. Like I still have the black eyeliner, but the actual eyeshadow itself, I think kind of watercolored out a little bit more. I don't want to say that it seems muddy, but it seems grungy. And I like that actually. As I look into this palette, I've got a couple colors that I haven't used yet. And it's really just kind of screaming to me. So instead of doing 3 looks with this one palette, I want to do a 4th look. And I really want to step out of my comfort zone. Would I leave the house with this on? I would wear this. I mean, with everything else kind of kept neutral, I guess I could probably update my blush, huh? But with it, as long as I keep everything else neutral, I can go a little bit more creative with this. And I think the colors really blend it out beautifully, which is something I want to know. For a non-makeup artist, can I get the formula to behave? And yeah, this is a fun palette. There's enough colors in here that I would love to do just sort of an all over lid color. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to do one more kind of fun, really out of my comfort zone, but this palette has inspired me. I don't know what this is going to look like, but I'm in the mood to play a little bit. My thoughts on this 4th and final look for today. I was terrified to do this red shimmer right here. It just looks so gorgeous and terrifying. That color was terrifying. So I started with it because I wanted to kind of see, like, how terrifying is it, right? I'm a little surprised, I gotta be honest. I put on the color, I put down the bright red, and it was like, okay, this is bold. I was expecting it to be bold. Where am I going with it? And then I buffed out the upper edge with this kind of rust colored shade that's called Edges, appropriately enough, Edges here. I wasn't expecting it to kind of wash out as much as it did, and that made it entirely less scary. And entirely more wearable. It actually almost buffed out to kind of an orangey sunset color. I don't know if you guys can tell. The metallic in it was actually really beautiful. And I have mature eyelids and I don't see hardly any of the texture on my eyelids at all. This formula is really beautiful. All of a sudden I have this sunset look. I wouldn't have thought. I was thinking it's gonna look horrifying. I'm gonna look like some sort of demon from a horror movie and it'll work for a Halloween costume. But I would leave the house like this. I would leave the house with this on. I'm gonna actually set it down with some setting spray because I want my husband to see it when he gets home. What do you guys think? I don't know. Have you guys played with this palette? I've literally tapped into every color in this palette. And I can tell you that the mattes buffed out beautifully. The shimmers were vibrant. The pigmentation just in general was a really high quality. The duochrome in here, the shimmers, everything. I guess that's another, almost like a duochrome too. Oh wow, yeah. This palette pleasantly surprised me. There you have it. Stepping out of your comfort zone, trying a red eyeshadow just to try it, and holy smokes, it's actually, I don't know, I think it's kind of pretty. Who knew? I have more palettes coming down the road. We're going to do more of these 3 looks with 1 palette. Today got 4th look. I've done a few of those, I guess, so far, but usually when I make a mistake, not because I'm having so much fun that I want to keep going. If you're not already, please subscribe. Please give it a thumbs up if you find this entertaining. Leave a comment down below. I love it when people comment. Thanks again for watching. So until next time, bye for now.